to say whose archetype everyone is, if you know, like, right? Because I love the archetype. Did you see that, Kara?
Oh, the archetypes once again.
Yeah.
Tell me what page they're on.
Lindsay's favorite.
I'm
But
back
I need to have them, like, I need to know what they are. I don't remember them.
I know. Yeah. What page are we talking
Is
about?
it
here?
the
107.
sleep animals or
Animals, yeah.
Okay,
107.
Sarah, Sarah, would you like to
107?
read and tell us what they are?
Lions who get up between 4:30 and 5 a.m. and they represent 15% of the population. Bears who get up when the sun rises and go to bed when the moon shows up are 55% of the population. Wolves only make up 15% of the population and are the night owls of the bunch. We know who that is. And
Avi.
I know when I read it too, I thought in my mind, I was like, well, that's going to be Lindsay.
dolphins are rough sleepers. So they're similar to lions in the way they wake up early, but they tend to be insomniacs and have a hard time sleeping. I'm a bear.
I'm a bear. I'm a bear.
I think I might be a dolphin, guys, because I don't believe, and I could be wrong, I don't believe I have the type A part that would allow me to be a bear. And although I'm not an insomniac, it takes me an obscenely long time to finally like wind down and put everything on a shelf so that I can slip into a sleep. So it feels like there's like a fight within myself at the end of every night. So that's how, like, what do you guys think? So
You don't think you're type A?
Yeah?
You're not type B.
Yeah,
I'm not a type B.
Is that what you think you are?
I just don't see myself as a type A because I can be so lackadaisical with some things.
Isn't everybody?
I think you're
You
pretending.
can't. Yeah.
Yeah, you're very type A.
It's you're pretending
You're
lackadaisical.
like, you have to get ready in this certain way.
Okay.
This order.
Yeah.
I did it for
Yeah.
cheating. Like, I know when you get ready, I remember when you lived at my mom's place, you whistle like the same tune every time you get ready in the morning, like very rigid with your routines. That's very type A.
So that's a type A?
Like lackadaisical is like a surfer dude.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
okay,
it's
no.
like Spicoli.
Okay.
Like you might not care about some aspects of, like, I'm type A in certain areas of my life.
Yeah, like cleaning my house, I'm not
Isn't
using
that-
the toothbrush and scrubbing. I'm just
But
like,
you're
I scrub the
definitely
floors.
about things you care about. You're very type A.
I think we're all probably type A too, just to
Just
even
I
the
think
playing
you're
field. here.
comparing your type A to your mom's form of type A. and
Yes,
your
that's
mom's like,
exactly what I'm
Yeah,
doing.
like your comparison is different.
Yeah.
Oh, that's exactly what. Okay,
Mom.
thank you guys. Thank
Here's
you.
a sampling of the variety of type A's you could have. Like everyone in this group is more type A than type B, I would say.
What about you, Lindsay fan? What do you
I think that I'm a bear as well.
You're bear.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Which
important note taking for my possible.
Ooh,
Comic
pictures.
Oh.
Okay.
Can I share something about bears?
I'm a fairy
too?
then, Leah. I'm a
That's-
fairy.
I knew you were.
Apparently, bear energy also likes to have. They prefer morning sex over other
Ooh.
times of the day.
Then I'm
and
a
I was like,
bear.
I do. I
settles
fucking love
there.
me some morning sex.
And that's when you're feeling the most
KJ.
creative as well.
Yes.
KJ, you're not a night person? thought you would
Okay, so
be
this
the
is my
wolf.
problem with these archetypes. I don't feel like I'm really any of them, because or I'm many of them. Like I don't naturally wake up at 4 or 5, so like that cancels that one out for me for sure. I do wake up when the sun rises. I don't necessarily go to bed when the moon comes out though, right? I'm like this extended version. Like someone asked me once when I was working shifts, my shifts were 7 to 3, right? So then I would have to get up at 5, and I did, and it was fine. And the person that I worked with was like, oh, like, what do you think about this shift or whatever? And I'm like, I love it because I like getting off early, blah, 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 blah. But I said, honestly, if left to my own devices, I would eventually set myself to a go to bed at 1 or 2 cycle and sleep. And like, if I could sleep till whenever I wanted to, that's what I do naturally.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Then is that a wolf?
You might be a wolf. You
I
might be a wolf.
might be, but what's the
The wolf is kind of like the
bear
night
wolf.
owl.
I might be a
Yeah.
bear wolf.
I feel like they should have a different category. They always do that. The person that likes to stay up and has the most energy at night, and the person that has the most energy in the morning. What about the people that have the most energy in the middle of the day? They never
I know,
have
they
that.
my
never touch
sleeping.
upon middle of the day energy people. It's so
It's like the only time I
I
have
don't think that
energy.
that's a thing. It's
Yeah.
middle of the
Matthew
day
Walker
nap
might.
for everybody.
I do. That's like I
No.
finally wake up by noon.
Okay.
Oh,
And
no,
then
like
I'd like
2?
to,
But
in
isn't
dream
that the
world, I
beginning
like
of
to
your
call
day
it a day
then?
around 4. And then just like,
Yeah.
you know, yeah,
2
like that's
o'clock
enough work.
hits, and I have trouble keeping my eyes open. Like I would love to have a 10-minute nap at 2.
I love that
yeah.
every
My
day.
kids don't nap, but I had a job once where at lunch I would eat my lunch quickly, and then I would go to my car and I would have a 11-minute nap. Was the perfect nap. I used to have an office. I do an 11-minute nap at my office, and I lost the office. Was in a cubicle. You just can't be sleeping in a cubicle. It looks
No.
bad,
Mm.
but if I got my 11 minutes, I was super productive in the afternoon. But like, and I'd like just eat my food quickly.
Then are you a bear mare?
Yeah, I'm a bear.
Mare
I'm a bear
bear.
mare.
Mare.
Bear.
Sarah, you're
I'm
a
most
bear?
productive
I
at
would
night,
thought you'd be
though.
a lion, Sarah.
No,
I know. I thought Kara and
I
Sarah were
actually
lions.
don't enjoy waking up when it's still dark outside.
I think Kara is a lion.
I think I am a lion.
You might be a dolphin though, because this is dolphins are very similar to lions, but they have trouble getting to sleep. And you said you had trouble getting to sleep.
I do.
So you might be a
Once I'm in
dolphin.
it, I'm freaking in it to win it.
Book interrupted.
I wonder, maybe somebody must have done this interruption before, but I don't remember it. Anyway, how about the classic alarm clock? Who likes that interruption? I guess Karma Brown might from the 4% Fix, but I tell you what, I do not.
Book interrupted.
I don't know if other bears feel this way or even anyone else, but the second I decide to go to sleep, I'm out.
Yeah, I hate that about you.
That's
You've
where I'm
slept
opposite.
on like benches before where you're like, this is the place.
Totally, me
used-
too. I'll be
that's
like
why I
sitting
want-
in the airport. I'm like, I need a nap. And then
Yeah, I
I'd be like,
can't
and
do
Dan will
that.
wake me. He's like, are you sleeping? I was like, hey, I was sleeping. He's like, what? I'm like, I need a nap now. Just give me 5 minutes, and then we can continue.
Totally. As soon as I decide. Although lately, since I've been back here, I've been having full caffeinated coffee instead of half recently. So when I go to sleep, I have to do, and my mom provides endless amounts of caffeinated tea for me all the time. So, because that's she knows I love tea. So she's always like making me a tea, showing her love. And lately I've had to do a 10-second countdown till I fall asleep. I'm like, okay, I'm not falling asleep. 10, 9, 8, 7.
You're like hypnotizing yourself.
Yeah.
That you could just count
Practice.
down and go to sleep.
That,
You
I'm
are
so
insane.
jealous. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to start at 100?
Or like
We
yesterday.
must get that from mom. Mom's like, that's why she doesn't need any sleep, I think. She's just like, time to go to sleep.
It's like she trained me. Just
Mhm.
decide. Do it.
It's the most efficient if you can just like sleep now.
Is Matthew the same way as you guys? Can he
Matt will
just
sleep anywhere.
call
You
it?
can't wake him up. If he's asleep, it is impossible to wake him up. You could probably put a knife in his leg and he would still sleep. It's impossible. He's a really deep sleeper.
And also
But,
he's
like-
deaf in one ear, so he sleeps on his good ear.
Yeah, that's his. He
Oh.
cites that as a bonus for sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
But you can
does,
like
actually.
shake him.
Sleeps on his good ear.
And Matt is Sarah and
Yeah,
Meredith's
please
sister.
include that in the
brother.
drawing.
Brother, not sister. Sorry, Matt is
Sorry, Matt.
Sibling, sibling.
Meredith's sibling,
Brother.
brother. Oh my
Wait.
goodness.
I just pictured this one gnarly ass ear. Like full cauliflower. And then
He'll have to
one
draw that
extra
too.
large. An
Matt
extra
with his
large
good ear.
Yeah.
He's like fluffy like a pillow. His one good ear is like an extra cushiony ear.
You know what though? You know what's
Love
interesting about growing up with my brother having only hearing in one ear is I was at work once and there was this like noise and we're trying to figure out where the alarm was coming from. I go, oh, that's easy. I put my finger in my ear and circled in a circle and I'm like, it's over there. Because if you're listening with both ears, you can't always hear where the direction is.
Get
But if you hear with
out.
one ear, because when Matthew's trying to hear where something's coming from, he kind of swivels.
Yeah, he goes like this.
Anyway, good tip. If you're trying to find the direction of something and you can't quite pinpoint it.
Thank
That's
you,
great.
Matthew.
Thank you, Matt.
That's an excellent tip. I had an alarm in the place that I work at once, and I called all these businesses who are like responsible for our alarm companies. I was assuming it was coming from one of the multiple alarm units on the ceiling. And what happened was at the very end of like hours of trying to figure out who can help and how can help and whatever, and it not making any sense, like, well, that shouldn't be going off if this is that, like troubleshooting. It turned out to be the alarm clocks in the rooms. The power had gone off. And then when the power came back on, all the alarm clocks started going off with this ungodly noise. Like, I don't know who ever wakes up with this noise. Anyways, I felt like a fool because I was like, I can't tell which one it is because on the ceiling there was multiple ones and it wasn't even on the
You
ceiling.
weren't using your good ear.
I was using both ears. The mayor's point, both ears, and I could not locate.
Why did you have alarm clocks in your
Yeah.
office?
I work at a house. So there are bedrooms in the house, and then I have my office. There was no alarm on my. That was the other thing too. I'm like, the alarms are only going off upstairs, and so the people that I was helping, the people that were helping me, were like, "This is really mysterious. Like none of it makes sense."
What a day! What a day at work.
So many things were happening that day. Like when it rains, it pours was an understatement for that day.
I have discovered that nothing throws me off from being able to process like too much auditory. So you just saying that was like the tip of the iceberg. Like I could only imagine, like how would you cognitively be able to work through the steps that you need to do here, there, and there's all these noises. I would just be like going in circles.
I swear to God, I have misophonia. Like I can't hear people chew. So to try to even like operate my system with alarms, mystery alarms nonetheless, going off all around me and be on the phone and whatever else, like it was challenging.
But you can't hear people chew, or you can't stand hearing people chew.
Correct. Number two.
Okay, I'm
rage,
like,
a fiery rage.
Hear people chew.
It sets you into a
like a
fiery rage.
Just
Like
chewing, can't hear it.
like even for like my husband and my child, if my best friend, if I can hear somebody chewing or any other mouth noise, this is my favorite one. Like, well, like that's how Josh enjoys food. He's like, this is really good, eh? And I'm like, I can't hear you. Like, I'm like raging. Like, I literally start glitching out. I have to leave rooms. Like, it's bad.
Wow.
Yeah, my sister-in-law has it too.
I heard Sarah Silverman has it, right? And she was on whatever podcast I was listening to, and she was talking about it. And she was talking about like how she gets really mad too. And I was like, oh my God, like I thought I was just an asshole. But that's like
how the reaction is always
you're
anger
also
to it. It's
very
not
fast
just
and it's
repulsion.
rage.
Like I can understand repulsion to it, but it's specifically the reaction is anger.
It's like it's painful or something, right? Like so you want to, like if a bee stung you, you'd be like,
And
stop it.
everybody who has
like,
misophonia, it's completely anger reaction. It's
What's it
not like
called?
just like bleh.
misophonia. Like there's common sounds. So like chewing is one, and then there's other sounds that can like be on the spectrum of people who have trouble with sounds, like a ticking. If I'm in a room with a clock that ticks, I can't concentrate. Like starts me over every tick. I'm like,
How do you
I
have
like
the
ticking.
overhead?
you do? You like it?
It's like
I love it.
maybe
I hate it.
No,
yeah, it's
hate
like
it.
a rhythm. I like rhythm, like evenly spaced. But sounds, I do get overwhelmed by too much sound. Like it just like puts me over. I can't handle.
Totally. I start like
I
getting
start sweating. Like I don't like using the fan in the bathroom.
Yeah, when you're cooking.
And then,
Both.
cooking
That
or
exhausting. I'm like-
showering. I told Dan, I'm like, I just can't turn the fan on when I'm showering. It's too much noise. I will turn it on afterwards. Right?
That's so funny. I'm not an audio person at all, and Kim has been like, just recently when I saw you, was like, can you chew with your mouth closed? And I was like, oh, because I was having Doritos, like, oh, these are so delicious. And she's like,
Doritos would be the worst. They'd be so loud.
Yeah.
Crunch, crunch,
Yeah.
I was like, I
crunch.
forgot how delicious these are. And she's like, can you close your mouth? And I was like, oh.
And it's like
He
there's
was
like this
literally
brief window
plotting
when I'm
your
like, save
murder,
yourself, save yourself. It's like the
I can
Hulk, like I'm
tell.
turning green.
I was like, oh, right, sorry, yep. But I know she has that, so I'm like, oh, sorry, yep, got it. Like I'm not a gum chewer, but I remember that when we were younger, she would be like, I'd be like, all right, don't chew gum around Kim, ever. But I can literally not hear anything. Like I can zone out sound completely to the point where like my husband's more audio. So he'll be like, ugh, is that a tap dripping? Like, what is that noise? And I'll be like, what noise? And he's like, there's a tap or something. And I'll have to stop and listen. And I'll be like, oh,
Like this.
yes, I do hear it. Wait. Oh, right. There is a tap. But so the difference is that noises will wake him up at nighttime. I can sleep through anything. Like, but light and other people don't, like even my mother's more audio. So she usually just flashes on the lights, and any sort of flash of light, like I'm instantly awake. Like I can't take any sort of light because I'm more of a visual person. So the change in lighting, that's why like at nighttime, I like slowly dim all the lights in the house because I'm like, it's time for bed. So we need to, like, I can't handle like bright lights or flashing lights or any of that kind of stuff. But sound, I'm like, nothing.
I'm a smeller. That's me. If anything
Oh,
smells,
And
like,
smelly.
I can smell everything. So it's like, well, it's just great for my job because, you know, wine and stuff. But it's just like, I'll be like, I smell something. And I'll be like tearing across anytime we're anywhere. If someone walks by, any kind of like strong perfumes or,
Oh, that's
yeah, but it's good. I mean, it's not always bad. Like I can take smells and stuff. I'm just not, but I can smell everything, every single thing.
Wow.
You
That's
should get the
cool.
aromatherapy alarm clock. Then you never have to have
Oh.
an alarm ever again.
Oh.
No, but it's too
You should
stimulating.
get the
I'm
coffee
doing
maker in the
mine.
bedroom.
Problem is
Yes.
too
Yeah.
stimulating. If
Yeah,
you have
too.
that, right?
Yeah, I think
Like-
so.
Yeah.
what about
So-
you, Lindsay fan? Do you have any sort of senses that drive you mad?
I'm sort of with Sarah on the lights. Like my cell phone, even sitting beside my bed or something, if my phone is flipped up so I can see the little light that flashes, that'll keep me up at night. Or if there's a light on in the bed in the kid's bedroom, yeah, it'll keep me up.
Mm-hmm.
Not on any level. That's
Yeah,
so
if the printer light is
fascinating.
on, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
our
I've used
printer and
tape
our
on different
computers in our
things
room.
to try to block the lights on things just because I can't do it. Like little status lights, even if a charger's on and it's got the little light on the bottom of the charger, I can't sleep through that.
Really?
Mhm.
Me too. I have like my aromatherapy alarm clock. They allow you to turn off the numbers at night. And literally, if I try to go to sleep without getting up and turning that off, I'm like, oh, I can't sleep with all this light. And
Yeah.
it's just like the numbers on the alarm clock.
Or I have an
Drives
electric
me
toothbrush, and
nuts.
if I brush my teeth before bed too late, then it'll keep on flashing in the bathroom. And even that, like I'll have to close the bathroom door or turn my like toothbrush around so that the charger's flashing the other
Have a
way.
little, like a little hood for the toothbrush.
Yes.
Good night, toothbrush.
Like
Stop
a bird.
flashing
A
at
little
me.
outfit.
Good night,
Oh, I like the
toothbrush.
idea of a little outfit.
Leo
A
will
little
make
bow
you
tie.
one.
Yeah, we
She'll
can do a
add a
little
product.
outfit.
I used to have a light alarm clock with I had like a timer on a lamp, and I just had it set to a certain time, and that woke me up too in the morning.
Wow.
I love my
That would
wake up
not
light.
work.
Yeah. Mhm.
That would
It
work.
seems so natural.
Oh no.
I like
me
the
too.
wake up alarm
Natural.
clock. Mine comes on slowly over half an hour, and then the radio comes on, so you can like.
That's cool.
So
Nice.
usually
I had one,
within
it didn't work
15
for me.
minutes, then I'll be awake at 15 minutes,
Mhm.
and then I can like, or I'll wake up right before the alarm goes off, and I'll be like, ah, and the radio comes on. It's lovely.
That's nice. Yeah. It seems natural. Like it just seems like a normal way to wake up with the light.
If you've enjoyed these video highlights, listen to the full episode on our YouTube channel or wherever you get your podcasts. Remember to like and subscribe and ring that bell to be notified when new episodes are published. Find out more by going to www.bookinterrupted.com.
Book Interrupted.
Never forget, every child matters.